He won it, so
Oh yeah. It's good though. Very grateful to be in this position that I'm in. It means a lot, coming from a small town, being able to play on this platform. I'm very grateful. Very, honored to be in this position, and I wouldn't take it for granted. So I was telling the guys today, right for the game, I'm like, we're playing on the Lord's day, so let's come out here and let's ball, let's have fun, and let's play fast and deliberate. And yeah, man, I don't know. I kind of went into a zone there.
I feel like there are so many throws and catches to ask you about. Let's start with that 35-yarder down the sideline for the touchdown when you were hyped coming around the side of the field.
So yeah, our coaches, they do a great job on, giving the defense a certain look. So I was inside releasing the whole game, and that's what the corner was expecting. So inside released the whole game, and Mike and Tua, they came to me. They was like, "What do you think about Z Sky?" And I was like, "You know what? That sounds like a great idea because I've been releasing inside. The corner isn't going to be expecting me to release outside." And sure enough, I hit him with an inside move, and I was wide open. I was able to use my speed. Tua delivered a great pass, and you know, I was so hyped though, cause that dude, J.C. Jackson, hell of a player. He had just caught a pick, and I'm like, we need some momentum. So I got us.
What about Tua? We've been waiting to see him, since he went out last year.
Right.
How the day he had and the way you connected with him all afternoon.
Bro, Tua's a baller, bro. I've been saying this since last year. I've been an advocate, for him. And like he definitely showed it today. Even during halftime, he was able to come in, get guys going a little bit. And even on the sideline with me, he's like, "Hey, Cheetah, let's get it, baby." Big time moment, big time players make big time plays. So he kind of leaned on me a little bit towards the end, and I mean that just means more targets for me though, and I kind of enjoy that. So.
One time you had 15 targets, so that final drive, though, this is the league where the final drive matters. The poise and some of the plays you guys were able to execute. If you could just walk through some of the big plays, including your catch, and then the TD catch.
Right. That's just that's what training camp moments are for. I feel like me and Tua, and the rest of the guys and the rest of the pass catchers, we've been working our tail off on being on the same page. We meet together, after every practice, and we just try to find ways, to just be in the right spot for the quarterback. And the advice, we actually got that advice from the great Dan Marino. Actually, he was like, "You guys need to start meeting together after practice and don't meet with y'all position coach." So we decided to start meeting together, and ever since then, it's like everything's been on the same page with Tua. Everybody's been on the same page with Tua. And that last drive was a perfect example of it.
Was that this year that Dan gave you that advice?
Yeah, that was Dan Marino, the great Dan Marino.
He did that like this offseason?
No, it was actually preseason, cause I just so happened to be at the bar in a preseason game, and I walked in. He was like, "Hey, Reek, man, you've been doing a great job." And we began to talk about practice and stuff like that. He was like, "Yeah, you guys need to start meeting together. I used to do that with all my guys back in the day, and we used to be on the same page. So Tua went to Bev, and we just came together. Started watching film every day after practice, and it's been working wonders.
I know it's just game 1 of 17, and what you hope is more.
Right.
How satisfying is it? You said you wanted to start off with Los Angeles. How satisfying is it to come here and kind of get the stench of last year, kind of start the year off?
It feels good. It feels good, man, to come back here, and win a tough game against a tough opponent. They have great talent on that side of the ball, and I'm just glad that we started with this game. Last year those guys they did a great job of pressing us, so I feel like this year, like I've been saying all offseason, we had a chance to go back and get a full understanding of the offense, and you see that the results were different. So.
Do you feel unstoppable, like they're going to throw it to you and nobody's going to be able to cover you because you had so many big plays today?
I mean, I always feel like that. I always feel like, nobody can, guard me. As a competitor, I mean, I feel like if you ask anybody in our room, they'll say the same thing. Can't nobody guard me or them or just – I just feel like that's just a competitive mindset, I want the ball. Well, that sounds kind of like, crazy. But yeah, like I just feel like can't nobody guard me.
You told us that last year you really got by mostly on athleticism.
Right.
The first time now that you get to apply what you've learned in the offseason,
Right.
you feel more second nature and instinctual.
Oh man, like everything was more fluid this year. Cause last year, man, I was just banking on my speed and just banking on me just outrunning guys. But this year, I was in my bag a little bit more on release moves and just routes at the top and stuff like that. That's how I was able to get my first catch. I had a dagger. Last year we ran the same exact route and I wasn't open. But this year it's like a whole lot different. Like because I know how to run it and I know exactly how many steps I need to be at and stuff like that. So yeah, everything was different, man. I'm not just counting on my speed. Obviously after the catch I am, but yeah.
A couple more questions,
And
guys.
Tyreek, speaking of in his bag, how much was Mike McDaniel doing that for you this game?
Oh yeah, he was definitely in his bag. I definitely got to give him a shout out. Also, our offensive coordinator Frank. Those guys do a great job of dialing us up, setting up plays. Also, just aligning plays for really just everybody to make plays. So those guys do a great job of just getting everybody involved.
Tyreek, you passed the well in the game. There were a lot of fans here from Miami, I guess, who were supporting the team.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And you
Shout out
see-
to the fans.
Yeah, and you see the section. You threw the ball over there in the section. How much energy did you guys feed off of that, just from having the crowd support?
Well, I definitely caught a cramp after throwing that ball up there. I shouldn't have been so hyped. But besides that, it was definitely like a momentum swing for us. We definitely needed that. Defense had just got to stop, I believe. So us being able to like come off a turnover, defense get a stop, and then score, that's definitely huge, especially for a young team. So I just feel like me being that captain, man, I got to be that dude. I sometimes got to get out of my shell, and just turn up, man, and just show people that, I really, maybe I'm not a cheater, I'm a lion, baby. So,
We have one more for Hal.
Terry,
damn, I ain't see you down there.
tell us a little bit more about these meetings. How long do they last, and what do you think is the main gain that you get out of it? Is it getting down your timing or exchanging ideas on plays that you feel most comfortable with?
Nah, it's not about that, man, because I feel like the players, our job is to play, so we just leave, play calls and all that to Tua and the offensive coordinator and the head coach. It's just about, just understanding coverages together and just being in the right spot for Tua. So we ran a bunch of out routes today, and we knew that we was going to get a certain coverage from them. And just being on the same page about, hey, Tua, I'm going to take this many steps, or if he does this, I'm going to go inside, or if he does this, I'm going to keep going over the top. So just small things like that. But the main thing is just understanding coverage, because obviously this offense is about timing, and if it's not on time, then it's either a sack or something much worse. So, and we don't want that. So we want to be in the right spot for the quarterback.